particularly on a tight little circuit like this. Not a lot of space for them to pass around Ruapuna here. And when they get to the infield second, it's a case of follow the leader and sitting in a clear space again. And Quentin given away with excellent start in number 97. Very, very good drag up the first quarter. Gregory and Price on the outside of them there.
Looks like a bit of action there in the first quarter.
Racing away to try and catch up with the rig again before he gets going.
Looked like actually Lyndon Hart run into the side of the hairpin and caught the wall and just ran out wide and took one of the other chairs out. Third going to the corner of the line about 6 at the moment. So looks like we got quite a first corner hassle there.
We had a couple of things yesterday in the sidecars. There wasn't an enormous amount of damage other than some bent fiberglass, but and a few bruises to the passengers, of course. But Wentz and Kippen now able to run away with a little bit of a break on the field here. Gregory and Price with their decidedly second-hand looking rig at the moment. They've got the fiberglass damaged yesterday. They've taped it up, as you can see, with the silver tape on the front there. Lyndon Hart have made an amazing comeback. They've got back to third place already. The engine that they've got in is the same as the other one, the early model TZ 700 rather than the 750 motor, which is two 350 motors stuck together, which is what the first TZs were before the 750 came out. Quite an old motor, but still a fairly effective power plant for the Americans in this rig, and they've got up to third place. But they've got a real chase on their hands now to catch Wentz and Kippen in this 97 rig, and Gregory and Price in the number 3 rig. A bit difficult out there. You can see there are wide open spaces when you get in a straight line, but Robert, I think it's a little bit tight to look at even passing on that infield for a sideshare rig.
Yeah, there's only a couple of places even for solos to pass around here, and I think the sidecar is a major place to pass if you have the brakes coming down the start-finish straight and maybe going to the sweeper through the infield. I think without doing something really desperate would be very, very hard to pass. As we look now here, Gregory and Price are slowly catching up with Wentz Kippen, and Lyndon Hart not falling behind it. Also, in the next 3 or 4 laps, you should see this field tighten up quite considerably.
Lyndon Hart have made up an enormous amount of ground since that little ding off the start. They're still a little unsure of the engine in this rig, but they're making up ground quite considerably now. Wentz and Kippen out in front. This is third place Lyndon Hart. There's Wentz and Kippen still leading the race. Gregory and Price, that's second place. Wentz and Kippen again just getting into some traffic. Obviously there's a spill somewhere with a yellow flag out there. And down the front straight, this may be a chance. They've overdone it. Wentz and Kippen.
Yes. Totally undershot. He had the front brake locked up and totally out of control there. And just about takes out Gregory and Price on the way back in.
So Lyndon Hart, having had a ding themselves right at the start of the race, have just benefited from Wentz and Kippen's lack of judgment at the corner, shall we say, thinking that they could stop when they couldn't. Oh, that's tight.
It certainly is around there. I think it's a possibility that maybe more down to the head when there was a yellow flag on display. They came down there and may have overcommitted themselves with a bit of oil.
Now that traffic is being upset. Here's the race leaders, Lyndon Hart, the Americans, and look how close Wentz and Kippen have got to them again.
Yeah, we've certainly got a good race in our hands here, Tony. Wentz and Kippen have obviously got the hammer down here, and they're trying everything they can to get back at the 2 Americans. Trying a very wide line around the outside. I think he'll have the drive down the straight and should have the speed.
Lyndon Hart's rig doesn't handle all that well in that sweeper. And it comes to a race down the line at the top end of the rear range. It seems like the TZ has just slightly more legs, not a lot in it. Wentz and Kippen having trouble with the front gears, and they zip back inside. Not quite tight enough to do it. Developing into an excellent race.
It is. It's trying very, very hard. The Kippen and Wentz outfit. It's sliding and drifting. He's got the sidecar wheel off the ground, and he tries for a gap everywhere he can. A lot of backmarket traffic here. Trying to get a wide line so he can drive up out of the turn and make a bit of room up before the next corner.
Kevin Wentz is a very aggressive driver. Now it's a clever little move by Lyndon Hart. Try to put one between them. didn't quite come off, though, because Wentz and Kippen came through. They went the inside, Wentz and Kippen went the outside, and they brought them up again.
Yeah, number 10 there is Kevin Maxwell and Tex Edwards. They just held Wentz and Kippen up a little bit. They seem to be holding Howard Gregory up now. But this is developing into a really good race up the front.
And Gregory and Price have got back into the race and closed up in third place.
I believe the results of this race between the first and second place at the moment is the first and second in the series. I think they're dicing for the series win at the moment, so they're both outfits trying really, really hard.
They've had good competition throughout, and the win here does mean the win of the series, and they've come a long way in a few races to do it.
Yeah, well, there's been no clear-cut leader in any of the rounds so far. Like, everybody's had a little turn out the front, and no one's just walked away with it. It was seen in previous years, and as Wanganui proved, this is some really competitive racing. As Went and Kippen try for an outside manoeuvre, very, very hard around the outside. Looks like he's still got a bit of a run.
When you consider how hard that is on a solo, and to try and do it with two rigs like this side by side, it's a very brave move around the outside of that sweeper.
I think the Kippen and Went outfit has been pushed to the limits at the moment. He's trying really, really hard. He's got the sidecar wheel off the ground. He's got the thing sideways and drifting like this full lock around the hip, and it's unreal racing here.
Got through the traffic very well, though, and he's still behind the rig of Lyndon Hart.
I think possibly if the Went Kippen outfit maybe had a fairing on that, have a bit more speed down the straight. With an open unit like that, it loses a bit of the aerodynamics of the Lyndon Hart unit in front, and makes it hard when you get a slipstream down the straight. They come out close enough, as you can see here. They're right in the slipstream, trying for the big outside pass. They'll try a slingshot around the outside here, I think. Tony gets a very wide line, just tries to go right the way around the outside. No, he's trying for the inside, and he gets it.
Oh, good driving.
But still not enough speed. You see, he has to pull back in behind. No aerodynamics on the sidecar. There's a lot of speed down the straight.
It seems the only way he can stay with Lyndon Hart down there is to be in this slipstream. Lyndon Hart certainly have the top end leg.
Yeah, I think he's got to get...
Pull that manoeuvre again on the last lap.
He's through there. He's passed him at the hairpin. Lyndon Hart run wide. The Kippen went out, put us through on the inside. Let's see what the American team's got to throw back at them. It looks like they'll possibly wait for the start-finish straight again and maybe have a top-end run down the straight.
I don't think it's handling well enough to be able to do it here.
It's picking the sidecar wheel up off the ground a lot more than the Kippen Went outfit is, and looks to me as if the Americans are having trouble staying with them now.
It just cannot get through that sweeper anywhere near as quickly. And onto the straight. Now they've been held up just a little. See how much they can make up. It's on the last lap. Went and Kippen may be able to hang on to this.
Yes, I don't think the Americans will be able to catch them back. Trying a very tight line here so that we can't be outbraked on the inside.
Now they'll have good drive out of the corners. They have excellent horsepower low down because this is an 1135cc Suzuki running on alcohol and fuel injected. This is the Went and Kippen, this rig. And while in a purist sense the Americans' rig is probably technically better, it really doesn't seem to be handling as well. It has the straight line speed. They've really got to do desperate things now, and I don't think they can get around this sweeper quick enough to do anything about it.
They're trying very hard. I think if it's a run to the line, the Yamaha unit might have the speed down the straight, but the Kippen Went outfit certainly got the drive out of the sweeper here. I think he's got it.
That's what it's going to come to, the sprint down the front straight. Can Lyndon Hart, the Americans, get down low enough and get enough drive on that thing? They can't. Went and Kippen win it, and what a popular victory with the crowd, and that wins them the series as well. Kevin Wenton and Kippen, in one of the most ungracious looking rigs you've ever seen, have beaten the Americans in the very slick and aerodynamic looking rig. And in fact, just checking the arithmetic, I think that the Americans may still have hung on to a lead. Doing the sums once again, it seems that, yes.
With due respect to Richard Scott and Robert Holden and co, I think this is undoubtedly the most popular victory of the day. Kevin Went and Ann Kippen, fabulous race. That was fairly much touch and go there at one stage.
Yes, it certainly was.
Could you just tell us a bit about the occasion down the bottom of the main straight there, where you seem to miss the turn completely?
Yes, we're having a few braking problems in the front. well in the brake fluid.
But you still seem to have just enough speed to get up and get past the two Americans.
Yeah, it's very hard to pass on this circuit, especially around the back section.
Anne, can I just have a word with you? How did you feel when you missed that hairpin down there?
Oh, I was a bit surprised.
All right, you told us at Wanganui that you've only been together as a combination for, what, 2.5 months. Are you intending to carry on, perhaps go to Australia?
Yes, I might keep Kevin on.